Hi there. Hope you're all having a good day today. I'm Raleigh Brown. This is another curve flattening concert, number 363. And hi to Mike Verbick and Tom Dietz and Rhonda Scott Merrick and Kathy Marzik and Steve, aka Slim Edelman. And folks are starting to troop in. S.A. Tudhope is here. Michael Tierson, I'm glad you're here too, bud. And Terry St. James, Connie Copy, and Janine Buhner. Steve Davidson is over there in Maui. Carol Pred, Blizzard Day. Oh no, you don't have any snow yet. It's coming though, huh? We're just gonna get rain here, I think. And Charlie Bryant is here. Charlie, I'm very thankful for you today because Elderly sent me a check. And Jay Dusenberry's here. And Howard Hobbs. Oh, so I should cloink you guys. Cloink. I greet you. I'll take a little tiny sip. Try and preserve my voice. And the Fowlers are here. Helene Tober and Rich. And Bunny Barnes, and Pastor Deb McLean. Hi, Deb. I hope you're doing well. Gene Galligan. Okay, I guess we better get some music going here or you'll all get bored and leave. So today is Drop D tuning day. So the normal tuning of a guitar sounds like this. And drop D is a different tuning, which is just a little different. This note gets lowered down to this note, which makes it a little richer, even though it's only one whole step. For most of us, our ear is so used to hearing the guitar in standard tuning that this makes the whole musical experience a little bit deeper. Hi, Betsy and Dave Mason in Scotland, and Deb Libby Clark, and Ann Mintz. And it gives you a second D string, which means that if you're playing in a kind of rhythm guitar style, you can do constant alternate bass, and your hand is free, and then you can get away with that kind of stuff. But I digress. So let's get some music going here. I'm going to start off with a great arrangement by Dave Van Ronk of Green Rocky Road. And here we go. I go by Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. Come along and go with me, we'll go down to Galilee. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who you'll love, tell me who you'll love. Little Miss Jane, run to the wall. Don't you stumble and don't you fall. Don't you sing, no, don't you shout. When I sing, come a-running out. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who you'll love, tell me who you'll love. Hooker took a soda cracker, Does your mama chew tobacco? If your mama chews tobacco, sing hooker took a soda cracker. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who your love, tell me who your love. See that crow up in the sky? He don't walk, no, he just fly. He don't walk and he don't run. Keep on flapping for the sun. Green, green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who your love, tell me who your love. When I go by Baltimore, need no carpet on my floor. Come along and go with me. There's a man in Galilee. Green, rocky road, promenade in green. Tell me who your love, tell me who your love. So that's Green Rocky Road as arranged by Dave Van Ronk. It was written or adapted from a children's playground, New Orleans playground song by Len Chandler and, man, I had both of those names on the tip of my tongue, I think. Len Chandler and, was it Bob Cohen? It's horrible. A minute ago, I said, this time I'm going to remember both names. And now it's gone. So Leonard Augenstein is here from Bavaria, and Dave Axler from West Philadelphia, and Susan Kohuth. Happy day after your birthday, Susan. And Oliver Nedenbymark, welcome aboard. He's on YouTube. So a lot of folks here. Derek Johnson's here. And Lauren Payne. I'm sorry I don't have time to read these messages. And Charlie Bryant goes, Uba Tuba Kakalaka. So I want to say something about that. So to me, what was actually being said there was, hooker took a soda cracker. Does your mama chew tobacco? And other people think it's just a nonsense rhyme. And there's another one that's from way back in the 40s, Mares eat oats and O's eat oats and little lambs eat ivy, which if you listen carefully, it's mares eat oats, does eat oats, and little lambs eat ivy. But I always see people referring to it as if it's just a nonsense syllable. So either I'm crazy or they're crazy or we're all crazy. It's very possible. Anyhow, Marcia Lowe is here. Hi, Marcia. And Kathy Craw from up in Canada. And happy Groundhog Day. And it's the day of the twos. It's 2/2/22. And if we just waited another 200 years, it would be 2/2/22/22. But it's 2022. So, but I'm rambling here. And Keith Shaw is here. He's on YouTube today. He probably came because he heard that I was going to play Embryonic Journey, which is not the next song, but it will be along shortly. So the next one is my original for today, and it's actually the only, I'm working on a new original in the key of D. I'll play you the vamp for it. The vamp goes like this. This could be the melody. And then the chorus will go. Working on lyrics, but it's not ready yet. But it'll be the second, I think, song I've written in drop D, and this one is the first one. In the mornings I walk and I cry. The world is a beautiful place. I am moved by the lives passing by. The world is a beautiful place. When I was young, a wild girl graced my bed. The world is a beautiful place. It was rapture and joy that she spread. The world is a beautiful place. But her wild heart led her away. The world is a beautiful place. She was too incandescent to stay. The world is a beautiful place. Then one night when I felt so alone, the world is a beautiful place. She appeared like a wraith at my door. The world is a beautiful place. And her love was so fierce on that night, and I never saw her again. For a while her brilliance blessed my life, and I think of her still now and then. And in the mornings I walk and I cry. The world is a beautiful place. So that's called The World is a Beautiful Place, and that's actually the opening song on the new CD, which should be arriving sometime this month. So, some announcements. So, the Invisibles, to the Invisibles who may be here, I say hello. It could include Kit Sarikaku, it could include Judith Fox, it could be Rosemary Ross, Linda Worster, Kate Mack, Invisible Rubenstein, Joel Biget over in France. It's usually in the evening in France when he's listening. And I'm glad that he enjoys these because he said it's cold over there this time of year. And who am I missing? Mario Prue would be an invisible. There may be some more. If I miss you and you're an invisible, I apologize. James Locker said Jorma Kaukonen broke some new ground with Embryonic Journey. Yeah, I wasn't totally. I mean, it was one of many great things that came out around that time. You know, Bert Jansch's album was coming out, and John Fahey was already playing. I think we might have even had the seeds of Leo Kottke being planted somewhere. But as far as putting a really great acoustic instrumental on a rock and roll album, essentially, Jorma broke new ground there. And then that probably didn't happen in quite that way again until Steve Howe recorded The Clap when he was with Yes. So there's a PayPal link if you want there. It's always interesting for me to see how I have to put my hand to point to it. And, no amount is too small, although large amounts are always welcome as well. You guys can help me pay for the 4 tires which are presently being put on my car. And I said hi to the Invisibles. Tomorrow is Thursday. On Thursdays, we should have Alex Bevan at 3:30. He does his live stream. And that usually goes on for about an hour, maybe a little longer. And at 4 o'clock, Martin McNeil over in the UK, where it's 9 o'clock for him, he'll come in and do his blues night. And so they overlap. And you can kind of watch 3/4 of Alex and then 3/4 of Martin, or you can go back and watch the rerun. But Martin plays great blues stuff, and everybody who is on my stream, who I've mentioned him, and they go over and listen to him, they always come back and say, "Wow, that guy's terrific." So he does not look like your typical blues man. He looks like a college professor or an accountant or something. but man, he brings it. It's good stuff. So Alex at 3:30, Martin at 4. And then on Friday, I believe we'll have Warren Bendler at 3 p.m. and Slim Edelman at 3:30 Eastern Time. I'm always talking Eastern Time here. And then Bunny Barnes will do her much vaunted twofer at 4. And then on Saturday, Dakota Dave Hull should be back. I was talking with him this morning. He got Facebooked out this past week, but Guitar Day for Dakota Dave is at 11 a.m. Eastern Time every Saturday morning. Hey, Charles Kaplan, hi. And you should go hear Dakota Dave because he's a fine finger-picking guitarist. And Pam Zappardino, hi, Pam. So he should be back this Saturday at 11, I'm hoping. We had a long discussion. Hi, Susan Douglas. We had a long discussion about how to multi-stream and stuff like that. So, and then Sunday I'll be back at 10:30. That's the next time I'll be doing a stream. So it's, let me go over that quickly for you. Alex at 3:30 and Martin at 4 tomorrow, Thursday. Friday, Warren at 3, Slim at 3:30, Bunny at 4, and Dakota Dave at 11 a.m. on Saturday morning, and I'll be back at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. Okay, enough with that stuff. So I also have, stick around at the end, I have something I want to read to you that relates to our last song, but this is our second last song. So... it is, Embryonic Journey from the Surrealistic Pillow album by Jefferson Airplane, circa, 1965, 66? Somebody will know. So let me say hello to a few more people here. I'm missing a bunch, I think. Bruce McNeil. Hi, Bruce and Mariana. Good to see you guys. Jeanette Hubner is here, which means John may also. David Axler has a long thing about one of the songs. I don't know which one. And oh, I think David's talking about Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes. We're in the weeds, folks. We're out there now. Après Midi is here. Hi, Après Midi. And Kathy Marzik, did I say hi to you? And is there anybody else I'm missing here? Sharon March. Hi, Sharon. Well, if Jeff Blumenthal doesn't hear it, you can always send him back later, Betsy. He can always watch the replay. And Charlotte Cantrell is here. And Owen O'Malley. Gee, I missed a whole bunch of people here. And Melissa Whittle Fleming. Hi, Melissa. And I think that I said hi to Charles Kaplan, my old friend from Kent. Okay, so let's see here. We got one more for you. We got a song, we got a poem, and we have the mantra. All in drop D tuning, except for the poem, which will be Acapulco. So this song, Spanish Johnny, was written by Paul Siebel, a wonderful songwriter, New York songwriter, who eventually kind of just dropped out of the scene because he did not like the business of being a professional folk singer. And he lives down in Maryland now. He's retired. And he wrote this. He also wrote a song called Louise, which was a big kind of folk hit. I think Linda Ronstadt recorded it. But he wrote this, and it was adapted from a poem by Willa Cather. That should give you a hint about what the poem will be. But I love the song, and that's one of the cool things about this is you'll hear the poem. I don't want to spoil the song by singing or reading the poem first. Hi, Steve Black, and so I won't, but I will read it afterwards. Those other years, those dusty years, we drove the big herds through. I tried to forget the miles we rode, and Spanish Johnny, you. He'd sit beside the water ditch when all the herds was in. He'd never harm a child, sang to his mandolin. He sang the old songs and the old talk, dealings of our game. Spanish Johnny seldom spoke, he sang the songs of Spain. And his talk with men was vicious talk when he was drunk on gin. But those were golden things he sang, to his mandolin. We had to stand, we had to judge, we had to stop him then. With those hands so gentle to a child had killed so many men. He died a hard death long ago, before the roads came in. The night before he swung, he sung to his mandolin. We carried him out in the morning light, a man who'd done no good. Laid him down in the cold, cold clay, stuck in a cross of wood. And a letter we sent wrote to his kinfolk to tell them where he'd been. We sent it on down to Mexico, along with the mandolin. Spanish Johnny by Paul Siebel. And Paul was a really highly respected songwriter. He put out a couple albums which are kind of classics now. And because I do not remember names anymore, Eric Thompson, Susie Thompson, on the West Coast has done a couple evenings where she sang a whole Paul Siebel album from start to finish, and those have been really lovely concerts. You might be able to find them on YouTube. Look up YouTube Susie Thompson, S-U-Z-Y, Thompson with an H, T-H-O-M-P-S-O-N, and you might find those. They're lovely. So here's the poem by Willa Cather. And you can see what Siebel chose to keep in and what he chose to leave out. The old West, the old time, the old wind singing through the red, red grass 1,000 miles. And Spanish Johnny, you. He'd sit beside the water ditch when all his herd was in and never mind a child but sing to his mandolin. The big stars, the blue night, the moon-enchanted lane. The olive man who never spoke but sang the songs of Spain. His speech with men was wicked talk, to hear it was a sin. But those were golden things, he said to his mandolin. The gold songs, the gold stars, the world so golden then, and the hand so tender to a child had killed so many men. He died a hard death long ago, before the road came in. The night before he swung, he sang to his mandolin. And that's the whole poem. So Paul added the last verse about we laid him down in the cold, cold clay and stuck in a cross of wood, and a letter we wrote to his kinfolk to tell them where he'd been, and sent it down to Mexico along with the mandolin. Two very skilled wordsmiths there. And one of the interesting things for me studying songwriting these days, the Willa Cather poem is just filled with sense-related imagery. Like everything is appeals to your senses, especially your eyes, but probably more than that. The big stars, the blue night, the moon-enchanted lane, the olive man who never spoke. Really excellent. So that's that. Let's get rid of this old capo for now. Let's push it up here on the headstock. So let me take a last look here, see if anybody showed up who I didn't get to say hi to. Michael Tierson says Bonnie Raitt famously did Louise. And I agree with you about the poem. Oh, and Leo Kottke also recorded Louise. I knew that, but I'd forgotten it. Kate Petrella, you're late. You can go back and re-listen. Okay, so thank you for tuning in. You know I love you guys, and it's always a pleasure. Be happy, be healthy, be brave, and be calm. Be kind, it's a snap. And if you get cranky, take a nap. Have a good week. Love you guys. Where's my cursor?